The Circle of Paws. In the heart of the lush Greenwood Valley, where rivers danced and trees whispered ancient songs, lived a diverse group of animals. They came from different corners of the forest, some from the high hills, some from the cool streams, and others from the sunlit plains. Each species had its own way of life, its own sounds, and its own rhythms. For many years, the animals lived side by side but not truly together. The lions hunted alone, the elephants traveled in their own herds, and the monkeys chattered only among themselves. Each group had its own territory, and they rarely crossed paths unless by accident. Then one summer, a great drought swept through Greenwood Valley. The river shrank into a stream, the trees dropped their leaves early, and the ground cracked with thirst. Food became scarce, and tempers rose. Some animals began to quarrel. Others grew afraid. In the middle of the dry season, a young gazelle named Luma stood at the edge of the shrinking waterhole and cried. Not for herself, but for the forest she loved. Her soft sobs caught the attention of Kovu the leopard, who was resting in the shadows nearby. Why do you cry? He asked gently. Because we are all suffering, said Luma. But we're all acting like we are alone. Kovu thought for a moment. Then he nodded. Then maybe it's time we stop being alone. That evening, Kovu and Luma called a meeting beneath the oldest baobab tree in the valley. At first, only a few animals came, a curious meerkat, an old owl, and a family of boars. But soon, word spread, and animals began to gather in twos, then tens, then hundreds. Luma stepped forward. We need each other, she said softly. Not just for water or food, but to survive this season and every season. Together, we are strong. One by one, animals offered ideas. The elephants would dig deep to find underground water. The monkeys could collect fruit from the treetops for those who couldn't reach. The birds would scout the sky for signs of rain. Even the predators agreed to a temporary peace, focusing on cooperation over conflict. Days passed, and the unity grew. They built shared shelters, watched over each other's young, and learned the value of listening across differences. The drought still lingered, but the animals grew stronger as one. Then, one morning, a deep rumble echoed across the valley. Thunder. Rain soon followed, soft at first, then strong and steady, soaking the cracked earth and filling the rivers once more. The forest sang with joy. From that season on, the animals of Greenwood Valley formed a tradition. Each year, they gathered at the baobab tree during the dry months, not out of fear, but out of gratitude. They celebrated what they called the Circle of Paws, a reminder that when hearts and paws unite, even the hardest times can be weathered. And Luma, the little gazelle who had once cried by the waterhole, was honored as the heart of the valley, the one who reminded them all.